Hey everybody, this is Danelle. Hope this finds you doing well. Today we are going to talk about what is going on with some of the other cryptocurrencies as the crypto market continues to move forward as we are nearing the Bitcoin halving. So as you can see here, Bitcoin is currently trading at 66,900, nearing that $67,000 range. It seems to be ranging now between 60,000 and 70,000, and that's actually not a bad thing. It's actually pretty healthy considering how much of a run up we had in Bitcoin. If we look here over the last 5 days, we've had some volatility as it went from above 68,000 down to around 62, 63,000, and now it's bounced back up to around that $60,000 range. So that's actually showing some good, healthy moves. If we look over the past couple of months, year to date, we've had some pretty strong moves in Bitcoin. As you can see, we were trading at around that $45,000 range earlier in the year, and now we have gone all the way up to 73,000. It had about a 15% dip over the next week or so, and now you see that we are coming back up to 67,000, and we're kind of ranging right now. So we'll see if we kind of stay in that $60,000 to $70,000 range, and if we do, that's actually pretty good because that ingests a lot of the profit taking that people have been doing over the last couple of months, and then potentially we could be heading up again and another leg up once we get towards the halving, which is projected to be sometime towards the middle to end of April. So we'll definitely keep you posted as we get near to that halving event when the Bitcoin reward is cut in half. So if we look at the rest of the crypto market and how it's doing over the past couple of days, as you can see, Ethereum is currently trading at $3,444. That's actually a little bit under that $4,000 range that it was in a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, it's down 4.49% over the last 7 days. BNB at the number 4 slot with an $86 billion market cap. It's up over 1% over the last 7 days. You have Solana definitely on its heels. As you see, it's coming up towards the number 4 slot again. It did hit to the number 4 slot about a week or so ago when it went over $200, and it's likely to head back in that direction soon. But as you can see, some people are taking some profits. It's down 8% over the last 7 days, currently at that $83 billion market cap. Now, Solana has definitely been a part of the zeitgeist lately in the cryptocurrency market, given that it has seen a meteoric rise from its $8 lows when we had the FTX bankruptcy and debacle. They had been a heavy investor in Solana, and so Solana unfortunately absorbed some of that negativity, and it came down to a low of $8 over the last couple of years, and now you can see it is at $188. It was as high as $210. So people are looking to see whether or not at some point Solana will flip Ethereum. Now, it still has a long way to go to get to that point. As you can see, Solana at 83 billion, Ethereum at 413 billion. So that's still about a 5x from here. So if that is the case, then that means that Solana could potentially be in that $900, maybe even get to that $1,000 range. Some people are predicting that it could happen in this cycle. Bitcoin usually comes around in that 4-year cycle because the halving happens about every 4 years. So we do see a run up after the Bitcoin halving, and a lot of the cryptocurrencies or altcoins tend to follow Bitcoin soon thereafter. So if we do see a super cycle where we start to see some of these altcoins start to really pump up in price, could there be a possibility that Solana gets to this Ethereum market cap or maybe even higher? It's definitely a possibility, so we'll definitely keep you posted, as Solana is definitely starting to see a ton of volume when it comes to decentralized finance, as well as NFTs, a lot, as well as people looking to buy into this particular cryptocurrency, especially due to the fact that they have a better scaling solution in terms of how fast Solana is compared to Ethereum, and it's definitely less costly as Ethereum when it comes to doing transactions on the blockchain. That's why Ethereum has a number of layer 2 solutions that are now a little bit cheaper now that Ethereum has had its latest upgrade. So we shall see how some of these layer 2s do. But if we go down the rest of the cryptocurrency market in the top 10 to 25, you can see Avalanche is at the number 10 spot, currently trading at $57. It's actually down 10%. It had a nice little run up over the last couple of weeks. We see Dogecoin, the top meme coin that everyone is talking about right now, has had a nice run up over the last 7 days, up 15%. And when you look at some of the other meme coins in the top 50, you can see here that we have, let's go down the list and see what some of the other meme coins we have. Pepe is next at number 41, currently at a $3 billion market cap now. These meme coins don't necessarily have any utility. Potentially they could be used as a payment service. We've heard many times that Elon Musk may be considering Dogecoin to be a payment rail on the X platform. That obviously remains to be seen. But as you saw, Dogecoin is in the top 10. We don't know if any of these other meme coins will have any type of utility, but that still remains to be seen. So we shall see moving forward. But we definitely are seeing these meme coins have a nice run up. Definitely make sure you do your research when it comes to investing in meme coins, because a lot of them are pump and dumps where they get a lot of hype around them and people then start to unload their bags on unknowing investors. So we are about being knowing investors and learning as much as we can about the cryptocurrency market. We definitely suggest that you do your research when it comes to these meme coins, because a lot of them unfortunately will likely pump and then unfortunately dump. So you don't want to get caught up in the dumping. But as you can see, Dog with Hat is another popular cryptocurrency meme coin that is doing well. That's in the top 50, currently trading at $2.7 billion. So if we look at what's been happening with the spot Bitcoin ETFs, we can see here that Grayscale is still seeing a lot of outflows at nearly $2 billion in outflows over the past week. They now have $23 billion in assets. They have lost nearly 40% of their Bitcoin stash due to the outflows. A lot of this has to do with FTX, Genesis, and some others who've had to liquidate their GBTC holdings. And now that GBT has become very liquid given the spot Bitcoin conversion, they are now seeing a ton of outflows. So it looks like there's a possibility that BlackRock, which is this IBIT ticker, they potentially could be catching up to Grayscale very soon in terms of assets under management. As you can see here, they are currently holding over $15 billion worth of Bitcoin. So we definitely would keep track of that, because as we see, the selling is also keeping the Bitcoin price below that $70,000 range because of this mass amount of outflows that have been coming out of the GPT Grayscale Trust. So we shall see if once that outflow starts to slow down, then there's a possibility that we'll see Bitcoin take that next leg up as it starts to try to move towards $100,000. Last thing, when it comes to what's been going on in the cryptocurrency market, we can see here that Grayscale has delayed a decision again on the Grayscale Ethereum ETF application. They have applied for a futures ETF with Ethereum. Now there are a few spot Ethereum ETFs that are currently pending with the SEC. There's a possibility, and there's a lot of rumblings, that the SEC is trying not to approve these spot Ethereum ETFs, and that they will be potentially trying to classify Ethereum as a security. There are particular rules that you have to consider when it comes to defining a company or a crypto as a security. And so they are going to be looking further into that, as these applications are going to be soon reaching a deadline where the SEC will have to make a final decision as to whether or not they're going to approve these applications. So we shall see what happens with these Ethereum ETFs, and most of this decision has to be made in May. So if they do make a decision to not approve any of these Ethereum ETFs, including BlackRock, which does also have an Ethereum spot ETF application into the SEC, we shall see what happens moving forward with that. And lastly, we'll end with the CryptoPunk. Another one has sold for $16 million. It's definitely a artifact at this point. CryptoPunks are one of the first 10,000 NFT collections that we've seen in the market, and this CryptoPunk has now sold for $16 million. It was originally acquired or not originally acquired, but the last sale was for 7.57 million in 2021. So this seller definitely made out quite nicely in their sale with this $16 million punk. This is the second $16 million punk sale over the last several months. So the NFT market is not dead. It's still definitely in a bear market, but as we can see, there is still definitely demand for these CryptoPunks. So we definitely appreciate you following us here at Networkchain. We look forward to connecting and linking up with you soon. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.